Oh.
All right, we are here with Jeopardy. We have the three winners from our previous trivia games. Andy, who won our first game, Kyle, who won our second game, and Annabelle, who won our third game. And let's just get right into it.
All right, welcome to Jeopardy. Our first round is Single Jeopardy, and our categories are youngest, tribes, oldest, what's in a name, and to be or not to be, where every correct answer will start with the letter B in quotes. By random selection, Annabelle, you have first selection at the board. Please select.
Tribes for 200, please.
The name of the merged tribe from
Andy.
Survivor Fiji. Andy.
What is Bula Bula?
Correct.
That's correct. Congratulations, Andy. Andy, you have selection of the board.
Right, let's go to be or not to be for 600.
The dragon. Annabelle.
Who is Benjamin Coach Wade?
That is incorrect. Kyle.
Brendan.
From
Who is Brendan? Sorry.
who is Brendan Sanat? Great. We'll take it. All right. Yes, that's updated. All right, Kyle, you have control of the board.
All right, let's go tribes for 400, please.
The first season where a challenge was played between three tribes.
I saw Annabelle.
I saw Andy. So why don't you guys do, well, we'll flip a coin. Andy, do you want not safe or safe?
I want safe.
Safe is the call. I'm going to catch it and flip it on my hand. Safe. Andy.
Okay, what is Pearl Islands?
Correct.
Correct. Andy, you have selection.
Okay, I think I'm the oldest person here, so let's go oldest for 200.
This castaway is the oldest man on the original Vanua tribe.
Andy.
Andy.
Who is Zeke Smith?
Zeke Smith is correct.
You retain
What's in
control.
a name for 400? That was a 200? Shoot.
All
What's in a name for 400?
right.
This castaway's real first name is Kenward.
Andy.
Who is Boo from Survivor Fiji?
Boo Burness is correct.
Good supplying of information there. Andy, you retain control.
What's in a name for 800?
Answer. This castaway from Survivor Palau shares their last name with this castaway's first name from Ghost Island. We are looking for two people.
Oh my God.
Kyle.
Jonathan Libby and Libby Vinek.
It is.
We're going to give you those points, Kyle. This is your grace period. You need to answer your questions in the who is, what
Thank you
is,
for the
what
reminder.
are format.
All
Kyle,
right.
you have selection of the board.
Tribes for 600.
The number of tribes Jerry Manthey has been on.
Andy.
What is 9?
That's incorrect. Kyle.
What is 7?
2, 3,
That is
2.
correct.
Yeah, I miscounted that so badly.
Kyle.
Where are we going, Kyle?
Tribes for 8, please.
This merged tribe's name is an anagram for the declaratory
Andy.
statement, Lion's Roar.
What is Solarion?
It is Solarion.
Congratulations.
All right, tribes for 1,000.
Answer. Excluding the Outcasts tribe from Survivor Pearl Islands, this is the show's 100th tribe ever formed.
Can you math this?
I think they mentioned this once.
3 seconds remaining.
Cool.
McKenna, go ahead and reveal it.
I'm good at math, but I'm not that good.
Does anybody
It is-
just want to throw out a guess?
Now that it is dead.
Is
Yeah.
it America?
It's not.
You're close. But it is
Takeo.
Angkor.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That was rough. Okay.
I think Andy, or is it Kyle?
No, I think it was Andy.
I think it's me.
All right.
All right, we'll go youngest for 200.
Okay.
This castaway is the youngest person on Survivor Vanuatu.
Who is Eliza Orleans?
It is Eliza Orleans.
Still in the hole.
Plenty of time, plenty of time.
Let's go to be or not to be for 200.
Okay.
The starting tribe Timbira was associated with this color. I saw Annabelle.
All right, flip a coin.
so.
Annabelle, do you want safe or not safe?
Not safe.
This is our new 50-50 coin during trivia, by the way.
Yeah, he
You're
didn't
taking-
know it to me for the
That's
last
great.
one.
You're taking not safe, Annabelle.
Yeah.
Not safe is the call. It is not safe. Congratulations, Annabelle.
What is black?
Correct.
Yes. All right.
To be or not to be for 400, please.
Answer. If Survivor One World is the first season of Survivor to ever occur, this would be the 10th tribe ever created. Five seconds. Andy.
What is a wait? What is a
5 seconds.
what's a blue tribe? I'm very confused on this question.
Incorrect. Kyle, are you buzzing in?
Yeah, I'll buzz in.
10 seconds.
Okay, what is Bicol?
That is correct.
All
Okay.
the correct answer.
Yeah.
McCall would have
Well
been
done.
7th. I was at Anila Dam and I was like, oh, okay.
It's the only B tribe I can think of between like
No,
24
you're
and
smart.
30.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyle, where are we headed?
To be or not to be for 800, please.
Answer. From Survivor Micronesia, Mikey's last
Andy.
name.
What is Bortone?
Ah, with the accent. Correct, with extra flair. Andy,
Okay.
you have control of the board.
Let's finish out to be or not to be for 1,000. I don't like this category.
This castaway's CBS profile listed their pet peeve as, quote, when I order some food and it's not the way I want it, or they forget my hot sauce, end quote. This question makes us so happy. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Any guesses now that you are not risking points?
Brandon Hans.
It is indeed Brandon Hans.
Okay.
Where we got it, Andy?
Oldest for 4.
This castaway is the oldest player of any season.
Andy.
Who is Angela Perkins?
It is Angela Perkins.
Congratulations, sir. You retain control of the board.
That's cool. What's in a name for 600?
Answer. This castaway's nickname is Papa Smurf.
Who is Gary Straitsky?
Gary Strachke. That's correct.
All right, what's in a name for a grand?
This Survivor Vanuatu castaway's last name is the hometown of Roger Bingham from Survivor the Australian Outback. Five seconds. Question is dead. Any guesses?
I'm gonna guess he's not from Galliottolanza, Kentucky.
No.
Doherty, Kentucky.
No.
I
No,
was thinking Samson.
Chad Crittenden.
Yeah,
he's from Crittenden.
cool.
Andy, the selection stays with you.
Youngest for 400.
This man is the youngest man on the original Mara'amu tribe. Annabelle.
Who is Boston Rob? Mariano.
Ding
That
ding.
is correct. You are out of the hole, Annabelle. How does it feel?
Still a distant third here.
You got this.
Youngest for 600, please.
Answer. This castaway is the youngest person on Survivor Borneo. Andy.
Who is Colleen Haskell?
Incorrect.
Shoot.
Kyle.
Who is Greg Buis?
Incorrect. Annabelle, would you like to take a shot? You have 10 seconds to buzz in. That's a buzz.
Now, I think.
Go ahead, Annabelle.
Who is Jenna Lewis?
That is correct.
Lewis.
That was a great question for you, Annabelle.
Youngest for 800, please.
Okay.
This woman is the youngest woman on the original Messiah tribe.
Andy.
Andy.
Who is So Kim?
Incorrect.
What?
Kyle.
Good.
Who is Shireen?
Correct.
I could have sworn So was in her 20s.
Youngest for 1,000.
In both her winning season and in Winners at War, this castaway is the youngest female on both her starting tribes.
Who is Sophie Clark?
That is correct.
Nice. What's in a name for 200?
Regardless of spelling, this number of Ashleys have played the game. Five seconds. Andy.
Oh,
What?
Oh, wait, hold on. Did you see Kyle first?
I didn't. I thought I saw it like Andy go over the. I didn't see it, so like.
Andy, you buzzed in.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead, Andy. 10 seconds.
I can't think of another last name, but I feel like I'm missing. I think I'm missing one, so I'm gonna say what is 5.
That is
5.
correct.
Cool.
Well played. Andy, you retain control of the board.
All right.
Or get it.
Oldest for 600. Where is the Sam Daily Double? I want it.
Answer. This castaway is the oldest on the cast of Survivor Game Changers.
Andy.
Who is Jeff Barner?
Incorrect.
Oh, no.
Kyle.
Crap, I know who it is.
Oh, who is Troyzanne Robertson?
That is correct.
Okay.
Kyle, you take control of the board. The Daily Double has still not been selected.
Oldest for 1,000.
Answer. Daily Double. Congratulations, Kyle.
Thank you.
How many points would you like to wager? The minimum is 1, and the maximum is your total score, 4,200, to make it a true Daily Double.
I'm gonna go for 600.
600 points at risk. Question. The clue is this castaway is the oldest member of the Samburu tribe.
Who is? It's between two people. Who is Carl? Dr. Carl.
I'm sorry, that is not the correct answer. The correct answer is Linda Spencer.
Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah.
But you only lose 600 points, Kyle. You retain a sizable lead. McKenna's going to manually adjust your score here down from 4,200 to 3,600. If I did that math correct in my head, you never know.
You did.
Great. And Kyle, you have the last clue to everybody. So here we go. 800 for oldest. The oldest female and male castaways from Survivor Cagayan. We are looking for 2 names. Andy.
I might enter the last round in last place. Who are Trish and David?
Sorry, that is not correct.
Incorrect.
Great. Cool. Love it.
5 seconds.
I'll let this one go.
Annabelle?
Question is dead. Go
Oh,
ahead and reveal.
Trish and Tony.
To Cass?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay.
Cliff.
Cliff.
May he rest in peace.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was our single Jeopardy. How are we all feeling?
Terrible.
Sweaty.
Sweating?
So in
Zero
first
favor.
place, we have Kyle at 3,600, then Annabelle at 800, and Andy at 200.
So, Andy, you won our very first Survivor trivia game. You were recently quoted saying that if you had played an Annabelle's game, you didn't think that you had a shot at winning that game. How is this comparing so far for you, and what's your experience of finding Survivor? How did you discover Survivor and fall into sort of your love for it?
Well, this game is stressful because like I know you guys are good, and I know your questions have gotten more complicated. So they're like chomping at the bit to answer everything, which might not have been the smartest. So maybe my strategy is going to change in round 2. Who knows? Be ready for that. I got into Survivor when I was 9. I was like, this was like right after like my parents moved my bedtime from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So I was open to a brand new world of entertainment. So one random night I like checked out this show on CBS, and it was episode 2 of Survivor Amazon.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I mean, my first experience was a blindfold challenge.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that'll get you hooked.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean, people
think it
running
was-
into things is hilarious.
Yeah, no, it was a great challenge. And it was, they were playing for not fishing gear, but fishing bait.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is this special? And I kept watching it, and I was hooked. And then,
With the fishing bait.
but
There you go.
18 years later, here I am.
Nice.
Amazing. Kyle, how is this game so far measuring up to the difficulty that you experienced in our second trivia game? And how did you find your way into your love for Survivor?
So far, I think this one, they're about the same. This one might be a little bit harder, but it's still going okay so far. I first found Survivor, I was also 9. My first episode was the finale of Samoa. I just randomly came out one night, and my parents were watching it, and I was like, this looks pretty cool. So Russell Hantz was my first exposure to Survivor, which is why his impact is so great on me. And I was just like hooked immediately. I started like writing poems about Survivor in elementary school. And like, yeah, my high school graduation party was Survivor themed, so I've just been absolutely hooked ever since.
And Annabelle, how are you finding so far the differences? Because you performed pretty well in our third trivia game, I would say, since you won by a considerable margin over the second highest scoring opponent that you had. And how did you find your way into your love for this show?
I would say the difference with this game is the speed factor. You obviously have to, you kind of either know it or you don't, just because you don't have a lot of time to think through it. And the first game, it took me a little bit of time to get my footing. I definitely didn't come out super strong out of the gate, but I got my confidence up and sort of came into my own there at the end. So it worked out for me. So I'm hoping I can do the same in Double Jeopardy, just be a little quicker with it, more confident. I sort of stumbled upon Survivor. I was looking for a new show. I'm actually a new fan, so I found it when I was 22, and I'm 24 now. So I stumbled on Borneo on Amazon Prime, and I started watching it. And I was texting my best friend from high school, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just watching TV." "What show?" "Oh, don't judge me. Like, I know it's really old. I don't, maybe I shouldn't tell you." And she's like, "No, what is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Survivor." And she was like, "Oh my God." And I had no idea she liked it. She sent me a long list of like which seasons to watch and which order. So that kind of became like another cool thing for us to share. And we're both huge Parvati stans. So we bonded over our love for her, and we still talk about Survivor a ton to this day. So I've watched every season since then. I just didn't watch any other shows. So
You watched 40 seasons of Survivor in 2 calendar years.
I did.
I think I've done it.
Wow.
I think I've watched it like twice over in 2 calendar years.
Wow.
Yeah, one of those years was my senior year of college, and I had already thankfully secured a full-time job at that point. So I was not super
You could
stressed.
put
And I just
that
watched
on
a
the
lot of
side.
Survivor. It was
Yeah.
great. So.
Nick, you mean you can't watch a season of Survivor in a day and a half?
It's a lot. It's a big ask.
Oh, come on now. Get good.
It's a
All right.
big show. But.
Well, that was our single Jeopardy round before, and now we are moving into Double Jeopardy. Good luck, contestants. Our categories for Double Jeopardy are ancient history, from whose lips to Jeff's ears, which are quotes. You'll be asked to identify who spoke it. Background check. We will be giving you the location geographically where that survivor is from and their job as was listed on their CBS profile. And we'll also be giving you the season that it's from. Your job is to tell us who that castaway is. It's all relative. And finally, enemies. The enemies category is also a special sort of a category. We will give you the season of Survivor. Your job is to tell us the castaway that received the most votes across the entire season against them. So to be clear, votes for a winner do not count towards this category. It is only votes received against you as from an enemy in the game. Kyle.
Does that include votes negated by idols?
Great question.
Don't believe that any of the answers are affected by that.
Okay.
But if it comes up, we'll deal with it in the moment. And then just a general reminder to everybody to format your answers correctly as you speak them, especially Kyle, who's used his grace period.
I have.
Andy is in last.
So Andy, as our third place scorer right now, you will get first crack at the board. Where are we headed, Andy?
2 categories I want to see disappear in a hurry. So let's start with from whose lips to Jeff's ears for 400.
Alrighty.
Quote, when I looked around and saw all of these kids, I thought, you know what none of these kids have ever had in their entire lives? A real job. From Millennials versus Gen X. Five seconds. 3, 2. Question is dead. Any guesses?
Is it
Chris.
Paul?
10.
Zeke Smith.
10.
It's gonna be a fun category.
We all thought it was a Gen Xer.
Andy?
Let's go with the lippy one for 800.
There's a quote, there's a level of excitement that is coursing through everybody's veins, especially mine. And to start off like that, I think sets a great tone for how the season is gonna be. Heroes versus villains.
I'm visualizing it too.
5 seconds.
What does the person look like, Andy?
I think they're on a beach.
Oh, okay, great.
Question is dead. Any guesses?
Captain of sports.
I was going to say Colby.
No, it is Benjamin Coach Wade.
Okay.
Andy, where are we headed?
We're not moving until we figure it out or they're gone.
Talk them all out.
I just can't rid of them.
So I'm like sitting here squeezing poop out of worms, like making people eat them. But I think they'll be glad that they pushed their boundaries. And I think that's the key to surviving out here. China.
Oh, I don't want to risk it.
Come on, Specialist just did a rewatch.
I know.
You're paying attention to our umbrella hosts. 3 seconds. 3, 2. Question is dead. Any guesses?
Is it PG?
Crazy Dave?
It is PG Law.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Oh my God, I
Andy. Should have buzzed in. Andy, where are we headed? Need I ask?
No, you needn't. Okay, so I almost knew that one.
Answer. Daily
boy.
double. So
Oh.
Andy, per the rules of Jeopardy, you can wager up to 2,000, but you do incur negative if you get it wrong on whatever your wager is.
Fuck it.
Minimum is $1.
No, we're doing this. We're playing. The game respects big moves.
True daily
2000?
double?
Yeah.
2,000 on the line. Clue. Quote, it's hilarious. We call him Scary Mary because he's never really been in a jungle environment. Any little thing, if it touches his toe, he leaps out of the air and just shrieks. Pearl Islands. Who said the quote?
Who said it? Okay. I think it's one of 2 people. I'm going to be so mad at myself if I'm wrong.
5 seconds.
Who is Ryan Opre?
That is who the quote was about. I'm very sorry. It was
Oh.
Andrew Savage.
I guess.
I thought he was-
Austin.
I thought it was Ryan saying it about Austin.
I thought it was Ryan saying about
I
Austin.
thought it was Savage saying that about Austin.
Yeah, it was the other choice.
I thought for sure it was about Austin. I'm shocked that it is.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
He's scared
So-
of pelicans.
Negative 1,800.
He's at
Yeah, negative
1,800.
1800.
Okay, well now we got a problem. Now we got to actually dig out of it.
Cool.
Also, we didn't announce this at the beginning of the show. Up for stake tonight, the winner will be $40 in cold hard. I was gonna say Benjamins, but that doesn't even cover the pot. In cold hard cash,
Jackson.
and
Yeah.
we also have yes, and we also have the new buff from the
The
CBS store,
tribe has spoken orange buff.
which is brand new, has not been worn by McKenna before,
No.
and will be shipped to you in due time. Andy, even though you lost the daily double, you retained control of the board. I ask
boy,
where
do
we're
I?
headed
Yeah, let's do it.
for 2,000. Quote, I've been stuck in a roadblock situation for the past 10 days, and I haven't been able to get around it. And it's like I've tried going up one side of the mountain, and I've tried going up on the other side, and maybe it's time to try to just dig a hole right through it. Marquesas is the season. You guys really love this category.
I have a very good guess, but I am not going to buzz in.
You know,
3,
I can't guess now.
1.
Yeah.
Question is dead. What's your guess, Kyle?
Is it Gina?
It's not.
Good
Okay.
you
Whew.
guessed
It's
it.
either B
Yeah.
or Sean.
Is
Who-
it Kathy?
That'd be it.
Boston
Boston
Rob.
Rob.
Austin Rob, okay.
And
Oh,
that's
boy.
why we Are we sure we're good at this, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Those are hard quotes.
Those were
Oh my
hard
God.
quotes.
Those were awful. Okay.
Those were-
All right. The other one I want gone is enemies. So enemies for 400.
Answer. San Juan del Sur.
Kyle.
Who is Baylor Wilson?
Thank you for formatting your answer correctly. You received those points.
You just watched that Idled Out video, didn't you?
No, I've made a quiz on this exact subject, so I hope I do not get these
crap.
wrong.
Wow, Kyle, where are we headed?
Let's go enemies for 800.
Alrighty.
Answer. Gabon.
Think about this.
5 seconds.
No, but I don't want to risk it.
3,
It's so hard.
2, Kyle.
Who is Crystal Cox?
That is correct.
Not what I was going to say.
Where are we headed, Kyle?
Enemies for 1200.
Vanuatu. Kyle.
Who is Rory Freeman?
That is correct.
Enemies for 1600.
Winners at war. Kyle.
Who is Adam Klein?
That is correct. He beat Denise by 1 vote. And are we closing the category?
Yeah, close the category.
For 2000, Guatemala, we need 2 people who are tied.
All yours, Kyle.
Well, I have to think about this now.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Question is dead. Any guesses?
I want to say it's Lydia is one of them.
Yeah.
Definitely Lydia.
Definitely Lydia, and then
One of my least favorite people to ever play the game.
Yeah. and-
Brian Corden.
Nope.
Jamie Newton?
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah.
So a near sweep there with enemies by Kyle. Just missing that last category or that last clue. Where are we headed next, Kyle?
Let's try background check for 400.
Alrighty.
Lebanon Township, New Jersey. Actuary. Heroes versus
Andy.
healers versus hustlers.
Who is Chrissy?
Correct. I'm going to read these in a very PI voice.
Where you
Andy,
want?
where are we headed?
Background check for 8.
Ronkonkoma, New York. Bartender,
Annabelle.
the Australian Outback.
Who is Kimmy Kappenberg?
Kimmy Kappenberg.
Correct. Annabelle?
Background check for 1200, please.
Boom, 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 boom.
Wanted that.
Annabelle, you can risk up to $2,000. Your minimum bet is $1. Where would you like to head?
Let's go 400, please.
400 on the line. Daily double clue. Plano, Texas. Pharmaceutical sales. Thailand. Annabelle?
I should have been more. Who is Penny Ramsey?
It is Penny from Thailand.
Your favorite,
Congratulations.
McKenna?
So you bid 600.
Did you do 400 or?
I did 400, yeah.
400,
Oh,
2,000.
400? Okay.
I should have done more, but I chickened out.
And Annabelle, you lead us to our next clue.
1600 for background check, please.
Mesa, Arizona. Crime reporter
Andy.
from Marquesas.
It's Tammy Leitner.
It is Tammy Leitner.
McKenna's favorite.
The first time I saw her on MSNBC, I was like, what?
Andy,
Background check for 2000. Let's get back in this game.
answer. Danville, Virginia. The tire repairman from
Andy.
Philippines.
Who is Zane Knight?
That is correct.
Let's go. Okay.
Andy, just like that, you have a breath of fresh air in this game. Take us to our next clue, Andy.
Can I go background check for 3000?
No.
Ancient history for 400. What's that about?
This person spoke the first confessional of Survivor of the Australian Outback.
Who is Kimmy Kappenberg?
That is incorrect. Make sure to, yep, there you go, McKenna. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Question is dead. Do you know it, Kyle?
It's Alicia, isn't it?
It's Alicia Calloway.
Yeah. Kimmy has the most confessionals in the premiere. That's what I was getting mixed up.
That's correct. You have retained control of the board, Kyle.
Ancient history for 800, please.
The first person to ever use the term pagonging in an episode. I thought everybody knew this. Everybody on the specialists
When I brought
circles know
when I
this.
brought this to you, you did not know it.
3, 2, I guessed it correctly. 1 question is dead. Any guesses?
I don't even know if it was used on the first season.
It's got to be somebody new or new, like in the last 15 seasons.
I
Well,
was gonna say it might
It's about as good as I can get.
For a Colleen type person.
Sheehan and
Oh, Sheehan, wow.
Where we go?
Was it Kyle? I think I told Kyle he had selection of the board, but Andy, didn't you originally take us to ancient history?
I did, but then Kyle didn't get that one.
So Andy, you actually
true.
have control of the board. Sorry about that, Andy.
I mean, we're gonna just keep going here because this category is miserable, but let's do it.
For 1200.
Yeah.
The last name of the 5th contestant voted out of Survivor Thailand, sometimes related to a green-colored food.
It is Andy.
What is dill?
It is.
That is correct.
I like questions like that. Ask more of those. Ancient history for 16.
The first season where every castaway receives a vote against them at some point during that season. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Kyle.
What is Survivor Borneo?
That is incorrect. Andy, would you like to buzz in? Nope, you've plussed him.
I got it.
Andy?
What is Amazon?
That is correct.
Wow, nice.
We have a close game all of a sudden. Andy, selection.
Yeah, let's go ancient history for 2000.
Answer. The first word spoken in the first episode of Survivor Borneo. My favorite question ever created.
I hate it.
I can think of like 9 different words that it might be.
5 seconds. Big moves. Sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit. 3, 2, question is dead. Any guesses now that you will not lose points?
Deep.
Each person gets to guess one word. Deep. Andy?
You.
Annabelle?
We.
Quote, Jeff Probst, from this tiny fishing village in the South China Sea.
Sure. Okay.
16 castaways will embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Andy?
All right, it's all relative for 400.
Okay.
If this castaway would have made their season's family visit, they would have had nobody.
Who is Randy Bailey, the wedding videographer who hates love?
Yes.
That's correct.
800.
The nickname of Cerie's husband.
Annabelle.
I saw Andy. Gotta flip a coin. Andy, since Annabelle got the last section, do you want safe or not safe?
I feel like it's always her going not safe, me going safe, so let's keep that going.
You want safe.
I want safe.
Safe is the call. Not safe. Very sorry. Annabelle.
Who is HB?
It's correct.
2020. 1200, please.
The first castaway whose loved one spent a night at camp. Ignore our typo. Annabelle.
Who is Helen Glover?
Incorrect. Anybody else?
Oh, now I know it. Dang it.
Well, 3 seconds. 2, 1. Question is dead. Annabelle, who is it?
It's Kathy from Marquesas.
Kathy
Yeah.
Maverick O'Brien.
Her son Patrick.
Annabelle, you retain control of the board.
1600, please.
Answer. This season featured 3 loved ones challenges.
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
What is Survivor Thailand?
That's correct. We are going to have a close game here, kids.
All right.
Last category, last clue for 2000. This castaway is the only person to compete in the Loved Ones Challenge 3 times, winning once and being taken twice. Five seconds. We'll extend the question. Annabelle.
Who's Parvati Shallow?
That is correct.
Parvati.
We have
No.
a near 3-way tie going into Final Jeopardy.
Would you expect anything less from an all winners game?
So Annabelle at 5,200, Kyle at 5,600, Andy at 5,400. McKenna, you're going to keep those scores handy.
Yeah.
If not, I'm
the
able
most
to.
brutal question.
Yeah, if you could.
Oh my
Give me
god.
1 second.
I'm terrified for what this question is about.
Let me actually go ahead and write this down so that we can do some math in real time if we need be.
Okay. Well, we are continuing on with our It's All Relative category for Final Jeopardy. So please make your wagers now.
Please write down 0 to the amount that you have, up to that amount. Do not wager more than you have. You must wager, no, you don't have to wager anything. You can wager 0 if you'd like. The category, as McKenna mentioned, for Final Jeopardy is It's All Relative. We thought we would spare you the heartache of a quote. Does everybody have their wagers?
I do not. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I got it.
Is everybody working with more than one piece of paper?
No.
All right.
No.
Well, just be honest then and only write down one number for your wager. McKenna, if you want to take this screen off share, and then do you have a blank slide ready, or is it the question right away on the slide? Wow, this is incredibly close. So just to
This is
recap
close.
for the people
Oh,
watching at
God.
home, Annabelle has $5,200. Kyle has $5,600. Andy has $5,400. So only a $200 increment separates each contestant from the next. Your wagers are written down and locked. The category is It's All Relative. Here is the Final Jeopardy clue. The 6 people who appear as loved ones after their original appearance as a survivor castaway. Please make sure you understand the question. After their original appearance as a castaway, they've returned as a loved one. Four, 3, 2, 1. Please put your pencils down and get your hands up. Thanks, Kyle. All righty. McKenna, do you want to take away the share? So, Annabelle, you are in 3rd place. If you are able to show us your answer without showing us your wager.
Hard to see. I can only think of 4 in the time period.
And who do you have?
I have John Fincher, I have Rachel Apostle, Val Collins, and Nadia Anderson.
It's unfortunately incorrect since you're missing 2 names. How much did you wager?
4,000.
Ooh, Annabelle, dropping down to 1,200. Andy, you were in 2nd place, only 200 points behind Kyle. What was the answer you came up with?
Try to cover the wager. This is hard. I ran out of space when I was writing Rachel's last name.
Monica, Vale,
Pepper,
Dale.
Val, Dale, Nadia Anderson, John Fincher, Rachel.
That is correct. How much did you wager?
5,001.
Wow. Andy, you come up to $10,401. You are currently in 1st place, so it comes down to Kyle. Kyle, what was your answer? If you can hide your wager from us as you reveal your answer.
Congratulations, Andy.
Only 4.
I have 3 people here.
And what did you wager?
All of it.
All of it. Oh, Kyle.
Gotta go big or go. Yeah.
Andy, congratulations. Back from the hole at the beginning. You have 1st place with $10,401. The only bad news for you is that it's not real Jeopardy, so you won't walk away with 10 grand, but you do win $40
and
a buff. And the how does it feel, Andy, being the best of the best right now, the winner of the winners?
I am humbled because that was not to throw too much shade on my other competitor, sorry, McKenna. But that was definitely the hardest fought battle of the ones that I have won.
Hey, it's payback, all right? I was making the questions this time.
That's true. Yeah, this is your way. You tried to beat me down, but you couldn't do it. I'm like
Yeah.
that cockroach that won't die under the refrigerator. Where was that quote?
What was the full answer again for the daily or for the Final Jeopardy?
I'll let McKenna read it because I go between knowing it and forgetting it.
It's Val Collins, John Fincher, Nadia Anderson, Rachel Folger / Apostle, Monica Culpepper, and Dale Wentworth. So the two that weren't winners at war are Monica Culpepper and Dale Wentworth.
Dale, yeah. Those were the two I forgot.
Annabelle, how does it feel to now because you came in second place because you ended up with more dollars than Kyle? How does it feel to be the second highest percentage ranked player in these games?
I guess that makes me Michelle Fitzgerald. Is that right? It makes
you Michelle Fitzgerald.
Right. Well, I'm honored to share such a title with the Queen, albeit in a much nerdier format than the actual Survivor game. But that's okay. It was fun. It was very competitive. It was a good time. Thanks for having us, guys.
Of course. Kyle, how are you feeling? Kyle, you were leading by a wide margin for a majority. I would say maybe even 3/4 of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, going into Final Jeopardy, I had the most, but I knew I had to risk it all because I knew Andy or Annabelle would risk a lot and possibly get it right. So I have no regrets on that.
Nice.
Third overall, I mean, you can't complain about that, you know.
Right, and
going up against the two best.
You still have a coveted winner's title from trivia.
Yeah.
Yes. Since we are a part of the specialists, you guys should become a specialist patron. Everyone here is a patron, and majority of us $20 patrons. You can do things like be on a podcast like mine every Monday with Alexa. We talk Australian Survivor, and then John Millsip and Phil, they talk The Challenge on Wednesdays. Follow the specialists on all social media platforms, as well as Survivor GSN. If you would like to do a trivia night and have the opportunity to become a winner and participate in Jeopardy, all the information is in this next slide at the end of the video or in the description.
This could be you.
Yes, it could be you. And you'll be added to our email list and you'll get notified when our next game comes out.
Andy, Kyle, Annabelle, thank you so much for joining us. And again, Andy, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.